What is up, mate? Right now I'm going to draw just one animation frame and show how it's done and how long time it takes. I'm going to move my mic a bit. There we go. So I'm working with an animation right now. Bert the Bull is going to get let's see here, a fridge in the head because he threw a brick in someone's head and he isn't too happy about this. And right now he is standing here smiling, but he's going to raise his head up and then he's not going to look too happy anymore because he will realize he's going to get the fridge on himself. So let's begin here. I have a reference over here which is necessary because if I don't have an what's called, what did I say? reference. There's a big risk that the Bert the Bully's head and body gets reshaped over time and that they change the size if I can't see how big he's supposed to be. This almost always happens if you don't have a reference. We're going to fill in over here, and I have some smoothing on the pencil so that the lines are going to get straightened out or better rounded. There's not going to be many bumps and such in the lines because the smoothing is on. He has a big nose, this guy, and now his mouth is going to shut a bit. It's still going to look like, actually, let's see here, let's do it a little bit more straight this time. Let's see here, something like that, and then we draw the bottom of his head, and his chin is coming up now a bit because it's going to close his mouth more and more. Here we go or something. Let's do his teeth. He has his angry glasses on him so that he looks pissed. So now he has shut his mouth a little more. I usually don't do a line in between the teeth. I think it looks a bit... Actually, it's nothing wrong with... What am I talking about? I just did it over here. I usually don't do the middle line of the teeth like this. But if you want to, it's perfectly okay, I think. It does look good. I just prefer to don't do it sometimes. Here we have a mouth. So, actually I had a middle thing on the previous frame, so we're actually going to insert one here too. His expression looks a little bit happy. It's going to change once the chin is raised more or his mouth is completely shut. And it's going to shut it by heightening his chin like this. The upper part is not going to change. So we're going to draw his glasses again. And let's see here, look at the reference, because you can't trust the before image that much. But it looks good. There we go. So there. Now it's going to look a little bit more worried. I can see that the head is a little bit too wide on this part, but it isn't that bad, so bad that we have to change it. It actually is still manageable. We're going to draw his hair like this, and the last one on the back side like this. That one didn't turn out that well, we had to erase it. Let's see here. That looks way better. The length of his hair should be here somewhere. I have to extend it a little bit, I think, from the previous frame to make it maintain the shape. Also, this is a boiling line animation, which means that I draw every still frame at least 2 times so that the frames always shake. It's always movement, and the backgrounds are also boiling, so it always moves. And it is like an Ed and Eddie effect, or a Red Bull commercial effect, at least the Red Bull commercials in Sweden. So I think boiling lines looks pretty damn good actually. It's kind of cool, I think. So if he is going to stand still, we're going to make line boil, but I'm just going to do one single frame over here. And yeah, that looks okay, I think. Maybe we should move the eyebrow a little bit like this. Maybe we should still look angry. Let's see here. We had to experiment. Something like that. He looks sort of surprised right now, I think. We're going to draw his beard. His beard isn't hard at all, it's just to do it like that. We're going to do his neck again. Let's see if we are at the same height. I think we are. We're going to draw his body. Let's see if we can do it nicely. Something like that. Actually, you see how that got very wrinkly. I don't want that. So we're going to do it in a special way. I'm going to draw just a short line like this. Then I'm going to press V, I think it is. Yes, and then I'm going to pull the line down like this. And this is a feature only available in Flash. I don't really believe it is in Photoshop because I looked for it. I can't seem to find it. See, the smoothing actually fixed that line, but I dropped it too early because I thought it was already fucked, but it wasn't. I'm going to do the same thing on the way up over here. I'm going to draw a short line, press V, and pull it upwards like this. There we go. Then we're going to draw his arm again, and this, you see, the body and the arms and all of this is the same exact shape. But I'm drawing it twice to make sure it boils. Because you can never draw two images exactly the same 2 times. It's almost impossible. So that's why you do it 2 times, because it will be some difference. It will look kind of cool. And this is something you don't see too often in animation. It's many cartoons today and YouTube animations doesn't have boiling lines, so I'm kind of a little bit alone on that point in making boiling lines. But the reason I picked up boiling lines at all in the beginning is because when I draw frame by frame animation, I'm very unprecise with my hand. You see, I can't, if I want to draw a square like this, you can use a square tool. But if I want to draw any shape like this, like the nose and the mouth and all of this stuff and chin, I'm very unsteady with my hand, and that means that the lines will look kind of crappy sometimes. But if I do boiling lines, I'm kind of doing the wrinkly lines on purpose there. So it gets, I thought if I if I can't do perfect lines, why not try to do it unperfect on purpose? So that's why I do the boiling lines. Looks kind of neat, I think. Let's see here. Does his feet, are they a little bit too short? Maybe we can fix that. Click on this, 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 click on this. Then we take the transformation tool and pull it out just a little tiny bit. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, so then we're going to do some difference on this frame. The previous frame looks almost exactly the same. And if we put this on loop right now, let's see if the bug hits us again. I don't know if it's going to do that, the loop bug. No, it didn't, but we had a little issue. There we go. Now you can see the boiling line effect. This is how it's going to look like. On some places there are a bit too much difference. Maybe here I have to fix that later. It doesn't look that bad actually. As I said, it is on purpose. It should look a little bit messy. That's the point of boiling lines, pretty much. But the face isn't going to be boiling. It's just going to be changing. So we're going to draw another frame later with the head changing up even more. But we're going to have some difference on this second frame. I'm going to go to the first part of this frame. Select his, I hit control instead of shift. Wait a little bit. I'm going to zoom out to make this a little bit easier for us. Click over here. Then I'm going to zoom again, and then we're going to put on the transformation tool. And you see this white circle in the middle. That's where the nail is sitting, so to speak. So if I turn the image, it's going to turn around the nail. But if I lower the nail to the neck, now it's, look at this. This is way better, right? Yeah. So this is basically the part where the image is stuck to the background or something like that. So we're going to move his head back a little bit further. We're going to put on the onion skin so we can see the previous frame. I think maybe like that. Don't want it to look too choppy, but I think that is pretty okay actually. We're going to take a look where Jones is on this frame. Actually, I think Jones isn't going to move here at all. No, he doesn't. He is supposed to go higher up over here, somewhere over here, and then it's going to throw the fridge at Bert. But since I am in an instance, you see the background is all blurry and Jones is all blurry. It's because I am in an instance. This instance only has Bert the bully, so the other things doesn't move. So we have to go on a little bit on gut feeling, and if this would be a little bit wrong, I'm going to fix it later. But let's see here. Here's the difference between the images. He's going to raise his mouth, he's going to shut some frames later. We're done one frame. And also one thing you have to think about when you do animation is that you have to color each frame individually, at least if you do frame by frame. If you tween everything, you don't have to recolor all the time. But since these are individual images, that means I have to color each image. So yeah, it's a little bit of coloring here too. But it's really easy to color in Flash. It's basically just to get the paint bucket and fill in the color like this. It's super easy. And even if there are gaps between lines, like you see here, this gap between the teeth and this gap between the nose, it shuts the holes anyways. There we have a bug. There we go. So it doesn't show that there is a hole, but there actually is a hole because this is a vector. Everything you do in Flash is basically a vector, and there is a hole in the vector lines. So normally this paint will leak, but it doesn't because Flash knows how to shut it for me. So yeah, that's basically one frame. And this is a really simple animation. This character isn't very hard to draw at all. I have done animations with much more complicated characters that actually looks more like human beings. But that takes so much more time than this, and as you can see, just making a simple frame like this takes a while. I don't know how many minutes we worked with this, but you can imagine drawing an entire animation. This animation is about 15 seconds long at this point. The things that happens, I can actually go back into the main part of the animation and show just for fun a little bit how the animation plays out. So we're going to scroll back. So first things that happen, as you can see, the background boils, and I don't want to spoil the entire animation for anyone, but they walk in like this, the background boils, and Bert grabs a brick in his pocket, and then he throws it at Jones, and Jones trips and falls flat to the ground. Bonk. So, and the brick flies away also. So this animation, this is 6 seconds in, and there is a lot of things to draw really. But I have a library of finished things. These are all the things I draw previously that I can reuse, and there's more over here. Here I have my full list. Here's a bunch of Jones pictures from my previous animation. Then I have all of these folders basically packed with items. Here's his backgrounds, boiling backgrounds, Charles, foregrounds, James. Here we have the James images. It's basically this dude right here, a little bit more complicated. Misk is something I have over here. This is a bunch of trash basically. My Little Pony stuff. Here's my crappy My Little Pony videos. I have a shit ton of pony images. A shit ton of them. Look how many that is. Yeah. And then we have objects. Quite a bit there too. People, which is just a bunch of random people that I can use if I want to. But these have been used for comics mainly, so And we have the rain folder with just rain effects that I drew. We have trip effects. That is, yeah, trippy things, like a drug trip. They move around in different ways and look really trippy. And then we have tweenable stuff, and this is the messiest folder, because there is a duplicate folder, and there is another duplicate folder, and there is another duplicate folder. These are all tweenable things, which means you can bend the arms and legs to make animations, some kind of automatic animation. This is hard and frustrating. When you do it right, it gets completely awesome, but it's so hard to do. It's so difficult. So I prefer frame by frame animation actually. I'm going to close all these folders. But yeah, as you can see, there is a lot of time that you have to invest to make an animation. I want to thank you really much for watching this. If you feel like doing an animation yourself, you can download Flash. You can probably crack it if you want to. It's kind of expensive otherwise, but I want to wish you a super nice day, mate. Please leave a like if you feel like it. It's always appreciated. Bye!